folks, just a real quick rigging tip on something that I've been using a whole lot here recently. This is a Z-Man scented paddlers with a Z, with the Elastec, the stuff that, you know, is just crazy durable. I'm rigging it, and it's a Texas rig with the Mustad grip pin hook, right? I did a video of this last year with Kurt Smith's fellow Team Torpedo member. Taught me how to do it, and I filmed that. But it's basically the same setup that he's using with the tungsten bullet weight out front. But I like this. You know, he was doing a lot of finesse presentations. Throw it out there and let it sit, and I do that with this particular bait. And you know, that boot foot just kind of wiggles up. But what I really like about it is that you can also fish it fast. You can really change around your presentation, and with one bait really figure out what's the mood of the fish. Do I need to let it sit? Can I just hop it along the bottom? Can I drag it along the bottom? Or am I burning it across the surface? You can do that all with one bait. One way that I like to rig it such that it's going to come through the cover really nicely. Normally you would want, you know, with this sort of counter shading of the bait, you would think you would rig it like this. But one thing I like to do is to rig it sideways, and really it just makes the bait a little bit wider, perpendicular to the plane of the hook. So in rigging it flat on the hook, really it's the width of this bait is perpendicular to the plane of the hook, and what that does, that width coming through branches or whatever, it makes it so it'll lay, you know, it'll come sideways, and it has a much less of a chance of that hook bearing in. A lot of folks would, you know, just skin hook that. I leave it open, but in really just going wide with it, I have a much better chance of coming through brush or vegetation or whatever without actually hooking these. So that's really the only way I lose them, is if I hook that hook point into wood deep and I can't get it back out. Otherwise, I've fished with these baits, and I can fish all day with one bait because they are so just crazy durable. And then at the end of the day, I like to stick them back in there, because although they are durable, if you put it on the hook keeper and you leave it that way for your next fishing trip, they will warp and have a little bit of a twist, and then when you're swimming it back, it can corkscrew. So, but it's a nice multi-speed bait to fish. You can do top water, let it sit on the bottom, or anywhere in between.
All right, guys, he's Jeff Little, and that's the little stuff. Listen, a lot of times it's the little stuff that makes the difference between catching them and not catching them. A day on the water where you spend it frustrated, hanging up or not hanging up, and that again also produces more fish. So listen, if y'all are new to his channel, hit the subscribe button, give the video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, and find out what other little stuff you want him to talk about.